Hello, welcome to another episode of thytruth. Does your partner get annoyed or irritated when you're not spending time with them? Do they overwhelm you with calls and messages and expect you to respond immediately, and if you don't, wahala? Do they claim you're the soulmate and the only one for them, no one else? Do they tell you to stop communicating with others because they want to spend quality time with you? Do they treat you badly or harshly, then use gifts to validate the way they've treated you? If the answer is yes, then you've been love-bombed. Love bombing is when someone overwhelms you with loving words, with actions, with your behaviors as a manipulation or manipulative technique. Now, the goal is win your love, win your affection, win your trust. Sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes it's not calculated or planned. But once they do that, they have control over you. I had no idea this was a trait of an abuser and or a narcissist. So it starts with sneaking into your life, offer you stuff, because obviously sometimes or most times they have nothing else to offer personality-wise. They have this toxic personality and they compensate it by giving you expensive gifts or give you excessive compliments, praises with an ulterior motive. So like I said, in a bid to control you, they give you these excessive things to lure you. And once they've got you, the true colors come through. The controlling personality, the manipulative personality comes through. For instance, they do something wrong to you. Let's say someone who's cheating on you or abusing you physically or emotionally, verbally. Once they've abused you or once they've done something that they shouldn't be doing to you, they love bomb you to get you to forgive them. That's just how they roll. So how do you deal with someone who's actually a love bomber who does this? Granted, we love gifts. I mean, who wouldn't want to be sipping champagne in an expensive yacht? Or traveling the world wearing expensive clothing and jewelries. Yes, we love them. We love the gifts. We love the attention. But there's a difference between someone who's doing this out of genuine love and love bombing. Sometimes I feel like it's difficult to tell, but there's a difference. Number one, I feel like with the excessiveness, when it comes to love bombing, love bombers are quite excessive. When the love is genuine, yes, you want to make them feel special, you tell them sweet nothings, and you support them, you buy them gifts, but it's not excessive. For instance, on their birthdays, it's not just the monies, you could make a video, send a song. There's something different about it. But with love bombing, they're constantly bombarding you with unending praises, with gifts, with money, and then they control you. So they know that you're stuck with them because of that. And they use it as a way to control everything about you. You don't have a say. With true love, you don't feel rushed. You don't feel uncomfortable. You don't feel this is too much. Whereas with love bombing, it's all hush-hush. Everything just feels hush-hush. Everything feels like it has to be done now. Let's get married now. Let's do this now. There's something in you that just doesn't feel right. You know, you can tell that this... You want to get to know the person some more, but the person isn't giving you time or space to even get to know them. You just feel the pressure, just saying the right things and doing the right things, and you just get carried away. So what do you do when you're love bombed? What do you do when you feel this way? Number one is to communicate your feelings. Not just communicate your feelings. I mean, communicate your feelings in a direct way, in an assertive way. Don't let the gifts, the sweet words make you blind and mute. Like we would say in Pidgin, no let them play to your head, dada. No allow them play to your head, dada. No. Tell them you don't want to be rushed if you feel that way. If you're uncomfortable with the excessive sweet mouth or the excessive gifts, say it. Be direct. Communicate how you feel, especially if that's how you feel. Now, when you do communicate how you feel, if you try this, someone who cares about you, who, let's say, just does it out of love, genuine love, they would want you to both discuss it further. They would want to understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And they would want to work with you to come to some sort of compromise. But someone who has ulterior motives, who doesn't care, will back off. Okay, they cease doing whatever they're doing. They just stop. They just ghost you. Or they get angry. How dare you tell me that what I'm doing is wrong? they get really angry. That's how you can tell. So that's why it's important to communicate how you feel. Another thing you should do is, for instance, you get into a relationship with someone who is love bombing you, who feels like they have you under their palm and they want to control your life. As soon as you get into the relationship and you notice that your partner doesn't want you hanging out with anyone else, even want you talking to anyone, it tells you that person cut her off. No way. Cut them off. Well, you should flee. Run. Major red flag. Serious red flag. No matter what they're giving to you, no matter what they're saying to you, it basically means that you are pretty much just selling your freedom. You're just saying, okay, control me all you want. Do whatever you want with me. I heard a story of a husband who would do really terrible things to his wife. As soon as he does it, he goes ahead and buys her a house. This is not her birthday. This is not a celebration or an anniversary. You hurt her, and then immediately you think, okay, I'm going to compensate with a house. Come on. You deserve to be treated better. And that's the more reason you should, as soon as you notice these signs, you should communicate how you feel. Now, it's okay to express your love in gifts, in words, especially if that's part of your love language, especially if that's part of their love language. But it's also important to be aware that there are traits that are quite excessive. There are traits that are quite obsessive, especially if it's done to control or to manipulate another person. If that's the case, it could open doors to more problems down the line. And I'm sure that's something you wouldn't want. I wish you all the best, and thank you for listening. Meet you again at another episode of Thytruth. Finding Your Truth with Efemena.